I used to think attraction was pretty straightforward. You see someone good looking, you like them. They're kind, funny, smart, you're drawn to them. Simple, right? But then, strange little moments started happening. I felt attracted to someone just because. They walked past the same coffee shop every day. They laughed during a horror movie, or even because their scent felt familiar, comforting. That's when I started to wonder. Could there be hidden switches inside our minds, quietly triggering attraction without us even knowing? When I turned to psychology for answers, I found out something surprising. Yes. And there's way more going on beneath the surface than I ever realized. We like to think we know what we're attracted to. Maybe you've even made a list before. They have to be tall, confident, funny, have a great smile, a good heart, the classics. But the truth is, attraction isn't just about what's on the surface. There's a whole other list we don't even know we're carrying around. One built from experiences, memories, biology, and a bunch of things we never consciously chose. Psychologists call it unconscious influence. It means we're being shaped by signals we don't realize we're noticing, like the smell of someone's skin after they've eaten certain foods, or the feeling of seeing a familiar face in the same place every day. Even the side of your head someone speaks into can change how you feel about them. And here's where it gets really weird. Sometimes your heart races, not because of a person, but because of the situation. You might feel nervous watching a horror movie or crossing a high bridge, but your brain connects that arousal to the person beside you. It says, hey, this must be love. Even though it's just adrenaline, when I first learned this, it blew my mind because it meant that attraction is not always about them. It's about you, your brain, your environment, your past. And once you start to notice these subtle forces, you begin to see how easily we confuse comfort with chemistry, familiarity with desire, excitement with connection. Attraction is real, but it's also weird and wonderfully human. So let's talk about 5 strange, research-backed ways that attraction can sneak up on you, ways that feel like magic, but are actually science. 1. The fruit and veggie effect. No, I'm not joking. There's real research that shows the more fruits and vegetables you eat, the better you smell. And not just clean, but naturally pleasant. A 2017 study found that men who ate more plant-based foods had sweeter, more floral body odor. Women in the study rated them as more attractive, even without seeing them. Crazy, right? Your lunch could be your wingman. Turns out your sweat carries signals about your health, and a healthy scent tells someone, hey, I'd be a good partner. I take care of myself. Subconsciously, that matters. I'll be honest, after reading that study, I started adding spinach to everything, just in case. 2. The propinquity effect. It's a fancy word for something very simple. The more often you see someone, the more likely you are to feel attracted to them. Not because they change, but because you do. Your brain loves familiarity. It starts thinking, I've seen this person a lot. They must be safe. Maybe even special. That's why office romances, class crushes, and even feelings for your barista are so common. It's not always love at first sight. Sometimes it's love at the 37th sight. For me, there was this one girl I kept seeing at the same bus stop every morning. We barely spoke, but over time her face started to feel like home, familiar, comforting, and just like that I was hooked, all because of repetition. 3. Misattribution of arousal. Sounds intense, but it just means this. Sometimes your body gets excited because of one thing, and your brain thinks it's because of someone nearby. There's a famous psychology study from 1973. Men were asked to walk across a terrifying, shaky suspension bridge. At the other side, a beautiful woman asked them questions and gave them her number. Guess what happened? More of the men who crossed the scary bridge called her afterward. Why? Because their hearts were already pounding from fear, but their brains linked that feeling to the woman. That's the trick. You watch a scary movie together. You ride a roller coaster. You try something new and intense, and suddenly, the person next to you feels electric. Even if they're just holding the popcorn, we think it's chemistry, but a lot of the time, it's just adrenaline. So, how do you actually use any of this? Can you really become more attractive by changing a few small things? Honestly, yeah, and it doesn't take much. Here are a few things I've tried. Maybe they'll work for you too. First, start eating cleaner, fruits, veggies, whole foods, not just for your body, but for your scent. It's subtle, but people pick up on it. You don't need to smell like roses. You just need to smell like you when you're healthy. Second, put yourself in places where people see you regularly. Same cafe, same gym class, same walking route. Familiarity builds attraction over time. Let people get used to your presence. You don't have to talk much, just show up. Consistency is charisma. Third, if you're planning a first date, choose something exciting. Not just dinner, try a comedy show, an escape room, or even a scary movie. Let the adrenaline do its work. Let your nervous system think, this is thrilling. And maybe that thrill will get associated with you. These things may sound small, but attraction often starts with the invisible. Little signals, little shifts that build into something real. I used to think attraction was all about chance. You either had it or you didn't. They either liked you or they didn't. But now I know better. Attraction is built, quietly, subtly, in the spaces between logic and emotion, in how we show up, in what we eat, in what we feel, and in the invisible signals we give without saying a word. So maybe next time, you walk into a room with just a little more intention. You show up more consistently. You eat the spinach. You say hello. You let your nerves be seen, because maybe they're nervous too, and maybe you're a little more attractive than you ever realized. If any part of this resonated with you, leave a comment below. Which one surprised you the most? And if you're feeling brave, share this with someone you secretly like. Who knows? Maybe they're already attracted to you. They just didn't know why. Don't forget to like this video. Subscribe to High Day Psych for more. And I'll see you in the next one.